As founder and CEO of several futuristic tech startups, Elon Musk is revered as one of the most innovative minds in the world. The Tesla and SpaceX CEO has more or less dedicated his entire life to inventing technologies and ideas that solve some of the world's biggest problems and make our lives easier. They range from electric vehicles to spacecraft to underground tunnel transportation systems, orbital internet constellations, and developing Mars so that humans can one day become a multi-planetary species. However, this billionaire doesn't exactly buy into the idea of extending our timeline on Earth beyond what it is naturally supposed to be. Today, we'll talk about Elon Musk's plan to increase the world's population and his argument against age reversal research and immortality. We'll also address pertinent questions like, how does Elon Musk really want you to die? Should humans attempt to live forever? On which planet would Musk prefer to die? Is there a looming global demographic crisis? Many philosophers have studied the world's population over the centuries, foretelling various stories of doom and gloom. Today, as we approach an estimated headcount of 8 billion, there's still a lot of debate about what the ideal figure should be. Except Elon Musk believes humans need to speed up the world's fertility rate and banish any thoughts of achieving immortality. While some have suggested that the world is currently overpopulated, Musk believes that the reverse is the case, and a comprehensive dig into the databank confirms this. Amidst reports of a vastly declining birth rate, the world's most populous country, China, scrapped its one-child policy in 2016 and introduced a new program that will allow citizens to have a maximum of 2 children. But that didn't seem to change the trajectory of the declining birth rate. So in 2021, following damning reports of a shrinking workforce caused by the country's aging population and low fertility rate, China increased the number of children allowed to 3. Some human rights activists have called the government to abolish the restrictions altogether. However, experts say that this could lead to other problems. Besides that, China is also faced with the obstacle of convincing its young citizens to outgrow the one-child policy and reproduce at a higher rate. China's declining birth rate is worrying, as most of the world's major industries depend on it to thrive. But what's more alarming is the looming demographic crisis faced by other superpower countries. Japan's number of registered marriages and birth rate fell to a record low of 525,490 and 840,832 respectively in 2020. Reports say the UK's population, faced with its lowest fertility rate ever recorded, fell by as much as 1 million during the pandemic. Germany is also plagued with this low fertility rate pandemic. The United States is not left out either. According to the Census Bureau, the U.S. population grew by only 0.1% in 2021, the lowest fertility data recorded since the country was established. I was expecting low growth, but nothing this low, William Frey, a senior fellow at the Brookings Institution Metropolitan Policy Program, said. It tells us that this pandemic has had a huge impact on us in all kinds of ways, and now demography. Analysts at Morgan Stanley recently informed investors that there's a deliberate attempt by humans to not have children owing to fears over climate changes growing and impacting fertility rates quicker than any preceding trend in the field of fertility decline. These stats should worry anyone and everyone who wants the betterment of the world we live in. If the situation continues to deteriorate at this rate, there may not be enough workforce to power the world's economy in a few years. On the other hand, if the population rate explodes beyond reasonable levels, the current resources clearly won't be enough to cater to them. So how do we deal with this dilemma? And what does Elon Musk think about it? Following a report by the Health Metrics and Evaluation Team at the University of Washington that the global fertility rate will plunge by 2050, Musk suggested that the world could end with a whimper. But in typical Elon Musk style, he proffered innovative solutions to avert it. I think one of the biggest risks to civilization is the low birth rate and the rapidly declining birth rate, adding that if there aren't enough people for Earth, then there definitely won't be enough for Mars. Staying true to his word and leading the revolution from the front line, Elon Musk has 6 children and might be looking to add 1 more to his baby collection. I'm trying to set a good example. Population collapse is a much bigger problem than people realize, and that's just for Earth. As he regards the plan to birth more children, Musk said his next baby will be a girl. Should humans attempt to live forever? One would think that Elon Musk, with all of his visionary ideas to make humans a multiplanetary species, would be one of the pioneers of anti-aging and immortality technologies. But he's actually against both initiatives. At first, Musk said during an interview at the Wall Street Journal's CEO Council Summit that he's not aware of any secret technology to combat aging. However, he later took a dig at Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, who is looking to defy death by investing in Altos Labs, seemingly admitting the technology is being developed by his rival. In case you are unaware, Altos Labs is a biotech startup pursuing cell restoration and age reversal technologies. Replying to one of the tweets that announced the news, Musk said, and if it doesn't work, he's gonna sue death, suggesting that Bezos will take to court if the project fails. However, Altos Labs insists that its goal is to improve human health through biological reprogramming means and not to cheat death. Musk tends to think along this line too, but living forever is not an option. "I'm not actually a proponent of longevity," Musk said in 2015. "I do think that having a good life for longer is better. We want to address things that can happen to you when you're old, like dementia. That's important. But I don't know. I definitely don't want to live forever." Elon Musk also made a rallying call against aged people holding important positions. "I am not poking fun at aging," Musk said. "I'm saying we've got people in very important positions that have to make decisions that are critical to the security of the country. Then they need to have sufficient presence of mind and cognitive ability to make those decisions as well, because the whole country is depending on them." Right before we talk about Elon Musk's bizarre death wish, if you've made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Does Elon Musk want you to die? Unfortunately, or rather fortunately, Elon Musk wants you and everyone in this world, including himself, to die, but only when we're gray and old. Death is a controversially sensitive topic. There's this sudden unwillingness by most people to hold a conversation when the topic of discussion revolves around death. Not Elon Musk though. The mega billionaire says he will welcome death when it comes. More people should imbibe this attitude because, like they say, death is inevitable. Ignoring it won't prevent it from coming. It is important for us to die because most of the time people don't change, they just die, Musk said. If you live forever, we might become a very ossified society where new ideas cannot succeed. On which planet would Musk prefer to die? Unlike the average human, Elon Musk might have the luxury of choosing to die on a different planet outside Earth. In response to his comments on welcoming death, one Twitter user asked Musk if he'd still open his arms wide to death if it didn't happen on planet Mars, to which the billionaire replied, preferably on Mars. Elon Musk's reputation as a critical thinker precedes him, and his anxieties about the world possibly plunging into an underpopulation catastrophe cannot be pushed aside. Living longer or forever doesn't exactly increase the quality of our lives, so pursuing age reversal technologies might be unnecessary after all. Nevertheless, we expect Jeff Bezos, Larry Page, Peter Thiel, and their ultra-rich cohorts to continue their quest to breed immortals. At this point, we'd like to pass the baton to you. Do you agree with Elon Musk? Would you like to live forever? Should humans chase immortality? Be sure to check out this video over here.